Hey everybody, welcome to my second episode on e-bikes. Behind me here, you see the CYRUSHER Lankeleisi. Now, CYRUSHER has a ton of different models. This is the one I'm reviewing because it's a little more rugged. They actually call it a snow moped. It's kind of rugged like the Rad, which was in episode 1. It's got really fat tires, but this one is lighter and it's foldable. So today I'm going to tell you the short and sweet about the CYRUSHER Lankeleisi. Hey everybody, it's Robin with Creativity RV, and like I said, this is the second in a 4-part series about e-bikes. Today I did the Rad and I'm doing the CYRUSHER. In a few days you'll see 2 more on the Lectric and then my comparison. Today I'm going to tell you about the middle road between a standard non-foldable burly e-bike like a Rad and a more city bike that's lighter like the Lectric. This one is the CYRUSHER Lankeleisi. Now, I'm calling this the short and sweet of e-bikes because I don't know much about bikes. I just want one to get around. And a lot of these e-bikes are too big for me, and I know for a lot of you. So like I said, I'm 5'4.5", 5'5". The Rad, I could barely get my leg over, and I really had a hard time lifting it on and off of my hitch. This one is a lot different, so I'm going to tell you all about it. But first of all, I'm going to tell you about the unboxing and what it was like to put it together. I'm ready to put the CYRUSHER bike together, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've been kind of dreading it. It comes 90% put together, so I'm going to show you guys how it works. But I'm not an expert in bikes, and I'm not an expert in putting things together, so if I can do it, you can do it. But I just opened the box, and then I saw this. I can't read this. That's Chinese. Luckily, there are some photos along with the characters, so I'm going to see what I can do to put the bike together. Well, this is what's inside the box for CYRUSHER. Looks like just a regular component here. Figure that out as I install it. Oh, look, they gave us a bike lock. That was nice. And this is the charger for the lithium battery for the bike. The battery actually had to come separately because they couldn't ship it from China with the bike itself. And they also sent us this very cool tool. Oh, Doug, look at these little tools they gave us.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Handy.
Very handy. Okay, score 1 for CYRUSHER. So there's no instructions that tell us how to get the wheel on, how to get that back fender on, or how to get the light on, so we're gonna figure that out. The wheel assembly on this thing was a pain. We tried and tried and tried. There were not instructions, but we did watch some similar videos on different models, and the secret that we found is you really have to turn the bike upside down. We did that, put the seat on a little balancer there, and then what you have to do is just sink the edge of the metal here into this socket, not the nut, just the edge. So this is what it looks like. And then you put a gizmo through it to hold it steady, right, Doug? Okay, so we had to take the end of the gizmo off. Doug is sliding it through. And then, yay! So we thought it wasn't really doing anything when you put the tire into that little plastic cradle, but then you use this gizmo that they gave us that goes through the tire to hold it in place. Okay, so we finally got the CYRUSHER together, and I'm going to tell you guys, it wasn't easy because we didn't have the right instructions. I will say, if they had instructions, it would have been a lot easier. We actually tried to find some other reference videos and we couldn't find anything out there, but we finally got it together. And so that was yesterday. Today I've spent my time trying to familiarize myself with the bike and folding it and unfolding it. And so right now, as you can see, it's folded. Okay, when it's folded up, the battery actually goes in here. It's pretty heavy. I would say, what, 8 pounds?
At least.
Yeah, but one thing I do like about it, another score for Crusher, is they actually attach the keys here. So you don't have to go through the box to try and find the keys to the battery. Okay, this is what the wires should look like. And we have put these on backwards like 4 times. But when you take the handlebars off and put them back on, it looks like there's a little graph here that shows you where center is. So that looks about right there. Okay, now we close it up and then just put a screw back into it, and that's how you attach the handlebars. Okay, move. That's not right, the tire's going flat. I figured it out, I got the bike together, and I'm gonna tell you, once I realized how it all worked, it was not difficult. It was pretty easy. I was impressed with how they boxed it, and I was impressed with how fast the battery charged. It came 3/4 charged, but I ran it down and ran it back up to test it, and it took about 4 or 5 hours to charge fully, which means you can go for miles and miles and miles. You'll see this latch right here is what you open, and that folds up the bike. Here is where the battery is. You can buy replacement batteries, which is great, and you can charge it while the battery is in here or while the battery is out. It comes in, I think, at 56 pounds, and it folds right here. So this handlebar folds over, and it folds right here. I'll tell you, this was a little bit difficult to figure out. I pinched my fingers in here when I was folding it a couple of different times. But one thing I do like about this one is that when you fold it, it's got this little stand right here, so it doesn't fall over when it's folded, because the kickstand won't help you. So you fold it here, and you fold it here, and then the pedals will also go in like this. And so you could fold this up and store it in the trunk of a car. You could leave it as it is and put it on a regular bike hitch. But I also know RVers that fold them up and put them like under their dining room table or underneath their bed or in their passenger seat while they're traveling. Now, one of the things I did not love about my Rad, like I said in the last video, was, you know, it was 70 or 80 pounds with all the stuff on it. And, you know, it doesn't kick in right away when you ask it to assist you in pedaling. And I have to say, even though this one is lighter, the experience of pedaling it to get it to kick in was about the same. But then once it got going, it just went. And it was smooth on all kinds of surfaces. And the display was easy to read, and the speeds were easy to change. So, you know, you got the handlebar, you have the display. And then up here, you know, I have my keys here just in case I need them, but you don't need the key to turn it on, which is great. This is just for my camera, so ignore that. You can change the speeds here, you can use the throttle here, or you can change the speeds on here. This was really easy for me to get on. My leg swings right over it. In fact, I could have dropped it another 2 inches. I had to raise it, and I'm 5'4½", in order to have it be comfortable for me. And in my comparison video, I'm gonna put all of the seats side by side, so all the men and women out there of different sizes can actually see what they look like side by side. But this one does raise quite a bit. A very tall man would have no problem on this. If you've never ridden an e-bike before, or you just haven't ridden a bicycle at all in a long time, this one was super easy to pick up. They had a great manual, but I had to get it online, that tells you how all of the devices work on here, and also the control panel, and you can jump right on it and just go. It feels pretty safe, it feels sturdy, it stops on a dime, it turns well. It's a great middle of the road bike. So I hope you enjoyed this episode 2, which is on the Crusher. Again, episode 1 was on Rad, so go back if you haven't seen that one. The next episode, which comes out in a few days, is going to be on Lectric, and then also that same day is going to be the comparison, so do come back to see those. If you found this video helpful, please do give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you're all having happy travels out there, and be free.